Hello everybody, thank you so much for joining me here today. In today's video, we are going to be talking about what shapes are polygons and what shapes are not polygons. So, I just gave you a hint right there in what the word polygon means. The word polygon is just another word for a shape, but it's a specific type of shape. The word poly, or the prefix poly, actually comes from a word meaning many, and the suffix gon comes from a word meaning angles. So polygon literally means a shape with many angles. Okay, now let's take a look at our polygon column of shapes and our non-polygon column of shapes, and let's see if we can hone in on the attributes that polygons have. Okay, so again, I just told you that polygons comes from two words that means many angles. Okay, so if I'm looking at my polygon section, I see that I have a bunch of shapes that they all have straight lines and they all have multiple angles. Well, I noticed that, hey, this ellipse and this circle and this basketball free throw spot, they all have a curved line. And that's why these three shapes are not polygons. One attribute for polygons is that they have straight lines. Straight lines only. Okay, what's another attribute we can recognize just by comparing and contrasting these two sides? Well, another one I quickly see is this cube over here in the non-polygon column. This is a 3D shape, and there are no 3D shapes in my polygon column. Another attribute for polygons is that they are all two-dimensional or flat shapes. Okay, there's no 3D shapes that's a polygon. Polygons are flat, two-dimensional shapes. Okay, we have two more non-polygon shapes to talk about. What makes these shapes not polygons? They both have straight lines and they are both flat, but why are they not polygons? Well, this one here on the left is not a polygon because a couple of its lines cross. Okay, this line and this line cross. Polygons lines never cross. We don't have any shape over in our polygon column with lines which cross. Okay, so no crossing of our lines. That's why this shape is not a polygon. And lastly, why is this shape not a polygon? This shape is not a polygon because it is not a closed shape. It's not a fully formed shape. Okay, if we had a line here that closed our shape, then it would be a polygon. But because it's just left open here, it is not a polygon. So a polygon are shapes that contain only straight lines that are two-dimensional or flat, where there are no crossings of their lines, and they are closed shapes. Okay, so those are the attributes of polygons. Let's continue forward and talk about how different polygons are named. So there are many, many different types of polygons. Again, polygons means many angles, and specific types of polygons are named by the number of angles in which they have. Okay, so this first group of shapes here are triangles. And I bet we all know that these are triangles. And that's exactly what a three-angled polygon is called. It's a triangle. I also want to point out that I drew two shapes for each of the names we're going to talk about here. The shape on the left is what we call a regular polygon, okay? A regular polygon. And what is a regular polygon? Well, a regular polygon is a polygon where all of its side lengths and angle measures are equal. So a regular polygon is where all side lengths and angle measures are equal. If you do not have a regular polygon, then you just have an irregular polygon. Okay? And an irregular polygon is it can just be any polygon where it doesn't have equal sides and equal angles. So irregular polygon just means not a regular polygon. Here, polygon. Okay, so again, the shapes on the left, now these are freehand drawn, so they're not perfect. Like you can see that over here, this shape's kind of wonky. But I did my best to draw these shapes on the left with all the same sides and same angles. That's what a regular polygon is. And then an irregular polygon is where you don't have that attribute of same side lengths, and same angle measures. Okay, back to naming our polygons. So the three-sided and three-angled polygon is a triangle. The four-sided and four-angled polygon is a quadrilateral. Now you might be thinking, hey, this is a square. And you're right, it is a square, but a square is a specific type of quadrilateral. Okay, the square is your regular four-sided polygon. It is your regular quadrilateral, okay? But just any four-sided shape that is a polygon is called a quadrilateral. Okay, the next one is pentagon. So your five-angled shape or five-sided shape is a pentagon. You can remember this because the Pentagon building looks like this from above. Your six-angled shape or six-sided shape is a hexagon. I remember this word because both the word six and the suffix hex have an X in it. And so your hexagon is your six-angled shape. Next, we have our seven-sided shape. And it actually has two names that you might see. One name is the heptagon. And then the other name is the septagon. So heptagon and septagon are both the words for your seven-sided polygon. You can remember heptagon by, if you're familiar with the race, the heptathlon, that's a race with 7 events in it. Also the word septagon, sept has an SE That might help you remember 7, SE and 7, SE and septagon. Your 8-sided polygon or 8-angled polygon is your octagon. You can remember octagon by thinking of octopus. Octopus has 8 legs. Octagon has 8 angles or 8 sides. Next we have our nonagon. Our nonagon is our 9-angled polygon. You can think 9 and non are very similar. And then the last one we're going to talk about is our 10-sided polygon. That is our decagon. And you can think of the word decade. Decade is 10 years. Decagon is a polygon with 10 angles or 10 sides. So a polygon can have, of course, more than 10 sides, but here are the specific names for the polygons with 3 through 10 sides. If we have an even bigger polygon, like let's say we have a polygon with 15 sides, what's the name for that? Well, it does have a specific name, but if you come across a shape with just a bunch of sides, you can just call it simply however number of shapes it is. So in this case, 15, and then gone. 15 gone. If you find a shape with 20 sides, you can call it a 20gon. If you find a shape with 17 sides, you can call it a 17gon. Okay? But for the technical names, for the sides, for the polygons with 3 through 10 interior angles, again, we have triangle, quadrilateral, pentagon, hexagon, heptagon or septagon for the 7-angled polygon, octagon for the 8, nonagon for the 9, and decagon for the 10. If you found this video helpful, let me know down in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much.